up the mysteries, the old earth keeps exploring the unknown. And keeping the wonder alive, he's bringing the flame to the legendary show. Paranormal among us, where the proof is paramount. Oh, we're talking about the ghosts and the good podcast times. Investigating whispers from ancient haunted climes. From Bigfoot prints to a shadow in the hall. Amazing guests already answering the call. 'Cause with Paranormal Paul, a new mystery.
Was awesome. That was created by Bigfoot Fadez. That was incredible. I loved it. I wanted to have her on last week, I think it was, but I was sick. She wasn't feeling the greatest, so I just went ahead and canceled all the shows and stuff. But I wanted her to be on here with the new intro. But yeah, that was the one she did for me. She's done those for BMR, the ladies, Blondes and Booze, Tex. So yeah, that's a pretty darn cool. So hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Happy Wednesday. Hope your week is going good. Krista's not here with us tonight. I want to ask you guys just to say a prayer for her. She's going through some things right now. I don't want to get into it. That's hers. But just want to pray for our dear friend Krista. So that's why she's not here tonight. So, but anyway, we have a fun show. Dana Knoetgen is here tonight. She's nodding that I got the name right. I'm terrible with names. But anyway, so last night on the show I had talked about the monkeys and the goats that were on the loose here in St. Louis. So and they're people all around St. Louis are making weird memes for these, and they're hilarious. And I most of these were taken from a site called D. Walton's Graphics and Design. I just want to make sure that they get the credit for this. D. Walton's Graphics and Designs. So here, I don't know if they've been caught yet, but I thought it was really weird that there's monkeys and a goat running around in a big city here. So here they are in front of the St. Louis Library. These are all AI, I'm sure. Here they are reading in the library. They stopped and got some frozen custard at Ted Drew's, a famous St. Louis eatery. They went to Six Flags and had a good old time. Under the Arch, I don't know if she's part of D. Walton's Graphic and Designs, but they got t-shirts, and yes, they are selling t-shirts for this around St. Louis. Cardinals aren't playing, but they took in a baseball game down there. Again at the Arch, all around town and everything. This was one of the weather guys. It's turning cold. Wind chills near zero by Sunday. So the monkeys and the goats are needing to stay warm. At the Blues game, got their blues spirit going. Gus's Pretzels, which is a big pretzel famous company that's been around here for a long time. And this next one I think is my favorite. We all know these people from the Coldplay concert, but apparently they have monkey friends. How about that? These guys, it's hilarious. And actually, Animal Control was not happy that so many people were making memes on all these monkeys and making it hard to find. So, but Which picture is actual real goat? I don't think any of them. But this one's my favorite one. So if they can animate that one, they would make the couple disappear, and the goats and goat and the monkeys would probably jump out of the screen. But I told you last night that I would get those and show you guys, and I found that one today. I hadn't seen that one before, so that's going to be fun. So that's fun stuff. Also, one more quick thing before we bring Dana up. Go over to paranormalamongus.com. Check out the website there. I'm about to publish my third story. I've done 3 of them. 2 of them they're all 3 fiction, but 2 of them are actually based on real things. None of the people, street names, or none of that stuff is real. But this one that's coming out, the place is real. I was actually there. And then the last one, when they're driving through the woods and stuff, that was real too. So, but anyway, Bigfoot Fadez, you just missed the open. I played your open. Hi, little Patty. Let's see who was all in chat. Hey, Pam, Bigfoot Fadez, Mickey, Jojo from across the pond over. I guess that's across the pond over in Australia. BJ's here. Gary's here. Tina, thank you guys for joining us today. Ashes, thank you so much for being here. And everybody, Daryl, how you doing, sir? Everybody's here, so I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. So once again, say a quick prayer for Krista. So anyway, we are going to bring Dana in. It's been a while since I've talked to Dana. How you doing, Dana?
Doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having me again.
Oh, sure. It's been a little bit, and your podcast is growing. It's called Light Talk with Dana. Before we get into all kinds of fun stuff that you've experienced and things that you are doing new for your podcast, tell everybody a little bit about your show and where they can find it.
Sure. You can find me on YouTube, X, and Facebook. So you could do that. And also, I just started up on Trumbull. So I'm on those. I am doing all kinds of shows about people's experiences with paranormal and supernatural. So if anybody has any stories they want to share, connect with me and we'll see what we could do. And yeah, we've had a lot of great times on it. So
Yeah,
absolutely enjoying it.
It's fun, hearing people's encounter stories, talking about your own encounter stories and stuff, and just kind of even seeing where things, from different perspectives, different encounters, how they all kind of almost mesh a little bit too. Are you finding that as well?
Yeah, everybody has like the same story, but it's absolutely different. It's really intriguing. Um, they're just they have so much information about their skill set, and it just all meshes together with everybody else's because it's all one energy. So it's just amazing how it comes together and works. It just takes me out of the world because it's amazing. It's great stuff.
Yeah, it is awesome. This wonderfully weird world of paranormal that we live in is I think it's just fascinating and stuff. And I have your link to your show in the show notes. If one of the moderators can grab that and put that in chat. And also I have your website in the show notes too. So if somebody can put that on there, and you have it on the screen there, lighttalkwithdana.com. So head on over there too, and make sure you subscribe to Dana's stuff. A lot of great stuff over there. I was on there a while ago. Me and my wife were on there. So if you want to go see my wife, she was on your show, and actually she was on here a long time ago. So
yeah, it's great having you guys.
So I guess the most standard question: how did you start in doing this podcast, and what made you want to do stuff in the paranormal podcasting?
Oh boy. Well, I started off with my first experience as a 6-year-old, um, seeing faces in 3 trash cans and
Oh,
seeing a footprint of Bigfoot. And nothing up until I started working. And then when I started working, I started having all these different little things going on. I'm not sure what they were all about, but it was just kind of like, whoa, this is happening. And so I had a bunch of stuff happen. And then I met this guy at one of my jobs in 2018, and he is a medium, or I'm sorry, he's a psychic. And he was telling me all about it. I got interested in it and I started trying to practice up on some stuff. And next thing I know, I'm standing in my living room and I hear the word podcast. And a month later, I had my first show out, knowing nothing about
really?
podcasting. Absolutely nothing about podcasting. Yeah. And so
What
then, go ahead.
did you recognize the voice?
No,
Okay,
no.
because a lot of times I've had voices in my head. Most of the time they speak Spanish. No, I'm kidding. A
I was
lot of
going to
the
say,
times,
you speak Spanish? Okay.
no. I need to get an interpreter for the voice. No, I'm kidding. No, a lot of times you'll hear, or at least I'll hear, like my grandparents' voice. If I'm trying to fix something, I'll hear my grandpa kind of guiding me through something if I'm stuck, or my mom will come back and talk to me. But I didn't know if you recognize the voice, if it was a loved one that was um, telling you guiding you to do something or not. So
Yeah. I'm assuming it could have been my mom since she
mhm.
passed like a month prior, and I had been told when I first started in all of this with my problem that she was my spiritual guide. So she was the one to help me through all this. So
Mhm.
I have a feeling it was her, but no, I did not recognize it.
And
Yeah.
I remember from the last time you were on here, and people always say that I don't remember things. Um, you
You
when you
do.
when you first started, you were wearing your mom's old clothes, weren't you?
Yes, and I still do that. So on my show, my backgrounds that I have are all pictures that I've taken personally. And the shirts that I wear on my podcast are all my mom's. After she passed, she had like my old room was full. It was a closet. She
That's
turned it into a
awesome.
closet. She had tons of clothes.
Yeah,
So I grabbed a bunch of clothes, and so I wear her shirts and all during my shows.
that
Yes.
is awesome. That
Yes.
your background right now, that's not a picture you took. That's a generic background. I've seen that
Yeah,
before.
that's generic. That's
Trying
not
to
mine.
trick us. I know how things go.
I wish that
Um,
was my house.
yeah, no kidding. That would be kind of cool. I like the baby grand back there.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I remember my mom and they didn't have a baby grand. They just had a regular piano in their
Hmm.
living room. And I remember when I was a kid, just kind of playing on it. My son, when he was a little kid, he would just kind of pound on the keys. And I guess now that's considered music, but um, yeah, yeah, Bigfoot. Yep. I've seen that background
Yeah.
before. Yeah, it's a generic one. I've seen it a few places. It's a popular one. It's a really neat looking one too. So.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and explain that alien that you have behind you. We were talking about that backstage. I really like how
My
that
guy.
alien is keying in and out of that thing, almost like it's alive and trying to be seen. Uh, tell a
Hide
story
himself.
about that. Yeah,
This past October, I went to New Mexico for the Balloon Fest for the first time, and he was there and caught my eye, and I had to get him. So he sits there with me all the time. So he's,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah, he hangs
And
around.
and he kind of goes in and out. There
Yeah,
you go. Anyway,
I try to
um,
get him in.
you were talking about the images or the uh, things by the trash can. Kind of go into that a little bit more. What happened by the trash cans that you saw?
So I was 6 years old at my grandma's house, and
Hmm.
she had 10 acres of land, and there was a barn that she had, and there was a road that went from the house out to the barn, or us kids would always walk straight from the house to the barn to go play. Well, I went out to meet up with my siblings and my cousins and all out there. And as I went by, I heard three trash cans. She had like 55-gallon trash cans
Hmm.
or barrels that she would burn her trash in. And I walked by it and I saw three little faces just peeking up over each one of them. And it scared the crap out of me. Never walked by those again by myself. I always took the
Really?
road after that. Yeah. Yeah.
What were those faces?
I have no idea. They just like they look like little kid faces that I recall, but it was just they just poked up, just nose up, It's and it was real quick, so they were just faces. I can't even describe them.
Wow. I
But I
mean,
have
did you recall, feeling weird, feeling like you were being watched?
it was kind of like being watched because it was like they poked up, was looking right at me and everything, and it was like that's what scared me. So it's like I never, if I had to go out to the barn by myself, I always took the road, which wasn't
Yeah.
too much further than where I was walking anyways, but I felt better with that. It just scared me. I never walked by them again, clear up to the day my grandma passed.
Did you ever kind of research the land that your grandma was on to see if there was some kind of something connected to the land? Maybe, I don't know, you're out in Colorado, it could be like maybe Indians or something out there.
I had a friend that kind of had me look at the map. So if you take the map and you turn it like a quarter of a turn to the right, it'll kind of give like a face of the terrain there, or you
Hmm.
can see a face in the terrain. And the
Whoa, whoa,
face
whoa.
that,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? What did you say?
so if you take like Google Maps, okay, and you open up into the terrain view, so you can see the mountains and all of that, right?
Yeah.
And then you turn the map like a quarter of a turn to the right. Um, Sometimes you'll see like faces in the mountains towards, and wherever that face is looking towards, that's where that entity lives. They live in that area.
Wow. Okay, I want an honest answer from the chat. Who all went over to Google Maps and started doing that? Because I'm a little busy. I can't do that right now. But when this show is over with, I'm going to Google Maps. I'm gonna make sure
Yeah,
I'm writing it down, writing it on my notes. Google Maps to go do that.
yeah. It's really interesting because you do it. I didn't where I had the ETs visit my room. But
Yeah.
one time I did it in that, and it was really strange because right around that area, it did have the grays. It looked like the grays were looking towards that area.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So,
crazy. It's crazy, but it was like, wow. Yeah.
real quick, thank you, Larry Sharp, for being a member for 13 months. I certainly appreciate that very, very much. Thank you, sir,
Yay.
so much. Okay, so my mind's still stuck on the mountain, the map and stuff. Um, so you had the encounter with the Greys, and repeat that again, because I'm still kind of foggy from the map.
So, um, my first encounter that I had with the Greys, I was about 22, 23 years old. And I had my first apartment by myself on the third floor.
Hmm.
And one night I was hearing this uh, Siamese cat outside my window. thought nothing of it. I started hearing um, fireworks, it sounded like, in the big old trash cans they have outside for apartments, and didn't think too much about it, just fireworks, somebody's having a heyday. Well, then I opened my eyes. It was like something told me to open my eyes. So I opened my eyes, and outside my window, mind you, third floor, outside my window, I had a gray, and there was three grays standing at the foot of my bed, and one on the side of my bed, and one in my closet. And yeah, it kind of freaked me out in the sense that something's in my room that shouldn't be here. But it didn't scare me in the fact that, I'm going to get eaten up by these people. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just scared that there's something weird in my room right now.
Hmm.
So, as a young female on my own, I always had a phone next to me so I can call for help if I ever needed to. So, I'm laying there and I remember screaming, almost screaming in my head. I don't think I said anything, but I think it's telepathically. I was screaming, call mom, which my mom couldn't do anything about it. She's a half an hour away from me. She wouldn't even get back in time. But I tried to reach for the phone, but all I could do is move my wrist, my left wrist, and my fingers. They had paralyzed me, so I couldn't get in the way of whatever was happening outside.
So you were paralyzed seeing these creatures in your bedroom.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, thank you, Bigfoot Fades. Appreciate that. Um, did you? So you said you were screaming, but you weren't really screaming, were you?
I don't think I was really screaming. I feel like it was more a telepathic scream.
Okay.
Like I was just screaming in my head, but I don't feel like I was screaming in a literally form.
Okay. Um, I remember you telling me this story before, and I don't remember asking questions too much about it. But now that I think about it, I'm sure I did. But so I mean, you were paralyzed. Did you feel anything? Did you outside being paralyzed? Were they sending you mind speak or messages or anything? Do you feel like you were taken anywhere or?
I don't recall being taken anywhere. All I know is they were standing there just looking at me. Um, they didn't touch me, they didn't do anything, they were just standing there. Then, next thing I know, I was waking up in the morning. Um, so I don't know if there was anything done to me or if I was taken. I don't recall.
And you don't remember didn't find any marks on you or anywhere that they would have done anything to you or.
At that point, I knew nothing about any of this. I really had no idea that they even really existed. I didn't even, it was, I knew nothing. I knew
Hmm.
nothing. Um, so I didn't, it was just something strange in my room. So I had
Hmm.
no idea to check for anything on me or anything. I mean,
Right.
to be honest, I thought it was a dream for many, many years.
Hmm. Memory wipe, it could be, Jojo. um
Yeah.
Jojo, I was just thinking this exact question. This is why I love my chat. Would you consider doing some kind of hypnosis? I
I
mean,
would.
regression hypnosis. I know
I
that's
would.
kind of controversial. People don't always think that's helpful, but I mean, I would think that it could be helpful in this case here.
Yeah, I would consider it. I would like to do that. Um, I don't have the monies to do that.
Right.
But I would love to someday go in and have it find out a lot more of what's happened with me. throughout these.
Hmm.
Because with that, I've had missing time. I've had just different little things going on. I've seen felt the grays in my current home right now. I felt them here 3 times. My newest thing with this, Paul, is in February of 25, I was driving to work and I had a carpool with me. So I'm the driver and I
Hmm.
have this lady sitting next to me. And within a 15-20 second time frame, I felt myself outside my body and I was struggling so hard to form a single word.
And that's not a good feeling when you're driving, I'm assuming.
I didn't realize I was driving at this moment. I didn't realize I was driving.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I was slammed back in my body, and my body it felt like it did one of those little jello moves. Um, and then I opened my eyes, and I'm like, wow, that stop sign came up fast. I was telling my um, carpool here. And it was just weird. So I had to kind of step a little harder on the brake. Not hard enough to throw her through the window or anything, but it just like came up like, wow, that came up fast.
Hmm.
And then later on, we were talking during break, and she was saying that I looked very like zoned out. She said I was driving differently than I normally do. She said I was talking in slow motion. We were carrying on the same conversation, but I was talking in slow motion, like I was talking like that. So I slowed down in my conversation with her. So it was really kind of okay, what's going on here? And so we were just talking, and then there's a table that was next to us, and I started hearing this one lady and her daughter talking there. And her daughter was going on like, Mom, you're crazy. You didn't see no lights in the sky. You're all crazy. You're all this. And I'm like, oh my goodness. She saw something about the same time I'm having this experience. So if anybody out there has any idea, I'm being told I had some upgrading done or some I'm still trying to get the more confirmation of what that felt like.
Um, Real quick, is your microphone hitting a wire?
A wire?
Okay,
No,
yeah, I think it is
no.
right up by your earpiece, and I'm pointing like you can see it. Idiot.
I know. Oh, there
I
it
think it's
is.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
There
Because
you
I'm
go.
hearing a
Is
little
that
bit of
better?
knocks, and it's fine. It's fine. I'm just
Okay.
hearing a little bit of knocks. I'm like, is anybody else hearing this? Is there something in the room with us? But it's that. Okay.
Okay.
Because we've had some weird sounds and stuff on the show. Anyway,
Yeah.
got a couple questions in here. Are you? Is your blood type RH? Do you know what your
No,
blood type is? Oh,
I am what? O positive.
okay. And Jojo, if I can be honest, to be abducted in your 20s as a female, it might have to do with that programs. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, I have been told I'm a hybrid. I have multiple different seeds in me. Grays is one of them. So to
Okay.
have the Grays visit me, looking back, yes, I believe they were there actually protecting me.
Hmm.
When I saw them or felt them here in this current home, I actually saw a shadow. And when I saw the shadow, that was the time that I was learning about all this. And I was like, okay, I know I need to make sure I sage. So I saged my house, and I haven't seen or felt the grays with me, nor the shadows. So looking back at all these different things, I feel like the grays were here protecting me. And even back then, I feel like they were protecting me from possible gunshots. That's why they paralyzed me, I feel, is so that I wouldn't get up and start moving around and getting in the way of the guns.
Okay. It, okay. So this was when you were in your 20s by yourself. They were
Right.
paralyzing you so you wouldn't get in the way. Okay.
Right.
So I had never heard of hybrids before. I mean, I've kind of heard of them. I haven't talked to anybody, but now I did not know that about you. Um, what does that mean, actually?
Um, when, okay, this is how it was explained to me. When the sperm and the egg collides as a human to form a baby. So as soon as those connect, it's like a fireworks that goes off.
Mhm.
And when that happens, um, your star seeds come in and they put their DNA in you. So I've got mantis in me, I've got Pleiadian in me, I've got gray in me, I've got oh, I just lost it. But anyways, they put their DNA in you so that you're part of them. So to me, my understandings of it is that is a hybrid. You're like part them and part human.
Uh, that's a lot. Um, so I mean, could that possibly mean you were abducted at one point?
Oh yes. Oh yes. I have been told that I have been abducted multiple times. Well, I'm
Okay.
changing my phrase.
So
It's not abductions because my understandings now is abduction is being taken without your will, without permission. Um, and when we travel to these other places, it's already in our contracts to do whatever is being done when we're in their space.
interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Um, Jojo says Dana may very well have children then on ships
Yes, I
somewhere.
may have. Yeah. That's one of the things I'm trying to look into and seeing what is going on. So thank you,
Hmm.
Jojo. You've got some good questions. Yes.
Yeah, been experiencer in many ways, many
Yes.
different ways than uh wow, that's I didn't expect that. I did not know that, and that really whoa, kind of blew my mind there for a second. Um, wow. Did so have the Grays visit you more often, or was it just that once or twice?
I've only seen them once. I have felt them those three separate times in my home.
Hmm.
That's pretty much it. And then this thing that happened in February of 25.
Does your husband or your kids sense anything, feel anything, see anything like this as well?
Yes, my son, he had dreams when he was living here at the house. He would have dreams of like this very dark goat rabbit looking kind of critter, very dark entity. Um, and when my son was trying to get away from him, this entity always blocked the door. And he still remembers these dreams, so there's something
Mhm.
to it. He does have some of this in him. He does have sensitivity. Yeah.
So, kind of going back to the car ride, they're not letting you drive anymore, are they? No,
I don't
but
know. They take me out from behind the wheel. I don't know what they're doing with me.
it's funny you're saving gas now.
I
Um,
hope so.
Has that ever happened, or has your husband or friends or your kids ever noticed anything like that happening to you at home or when you're around them or anything?
They have never said anything to me.
Okay.
They haven't said anything to me that I'm acting any strange or anything going on like that. And we've been
Hmm.
on many road trips, so I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
Very interesting.
going road trip to New Mexico, we passed up Taos, passed up Taos, and we,
Hmm.
I mean, I was looking all over. I wasn't driving,
Yeah.
but I'm all like, any ships anywhere? It's like, where
I
are
do
you?
that. I do that too. If I'm driving someplace or if my wife's driving someplace, I'm always, looking up out the window, or if we have the top off the Jeep, I'm always looking out at the sky, usually when I'm driving. So my wife hates that. Um, but yeah, I mean, but then again, I don't have these kind of stories that you do. I'm just, curious.
Yeah.
Um, so kind of getting back to the footprints that you saw. What's the story with those?
Um, so we're on the road near the barn, and my
Is that your
siblings and
grandma's, right?
at my grandma's, yes,
Okay.
at my grandma's, and my siblings were with me, and my two cousins were with me, and we were looking at this single footprint, and we're all talking about it, all down on our knees looking at it, and all of them were saying, this is just Dad's footprint. And I remember thinking, this is way too big to be Dad's footprint.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, knowing what I know now, looking back, it's like, if it was just Dad's footprint, why are we so intrigued in it?
Right.
Why were we all sitting there talking about this footprint? So, yeah.
And I mean, was it like you see toes and stuff in it, or was it like a shoe that you can tell?
I really cannot tell you. I don't remember exactly what it looked like.
Okay.
I just remember us looking at this footprint, and I'm thinking, this is way too big to be Dad's.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And where was this? Was this in Colorado?
Yes, this was in
Okay.
Parker, Colorado. Yeah.
Okay. Is okay. Well, I guess it really doesn't have to be a wooded area, but was it a wooded area around
Oh
there?
no.
Or okay. Okay.
No,
I mean,
no. It was open cow land with a lot of snakes. So, yeah, the joys.
so I don't know if you're familiar with Katie Page, but she's out there in Colorado, Rocky Mountain Ranch. They had mutilations there, animal mutilations there. Did your grandmother ever experience anything strange like that on her farm?
Not that I can recall. She did have a couple horses at one time. We had chickens when we were little. Her church gave out little chicks, two per child. So there's six of us kids, so we had 12 chicks. Um,
Wow. Wow.
but she never really had any animals, like
Okay.
that. There were cows on the other side of the fence that we used to try to run over with our VW bus. But that's how we learned how
Okay.
to drive.
Interesting. uh, moving on past that.
Yeah,
Uh,
we'll just kind of go past that one.
we'll pretend we didn't hear that. Um,
No,
uh,
we did it safely, kind of.
um, so did your brothers or sisters have did they ever feel like they were abducted or anything strange happened to them like you?
They haven't said anything like that. But one of my sisters is a Reiki master, and she's kind of had a few things going on. She's heard all kinds of things in her house, a little kid running around, and um, she's seen
Mhm.
the little kid, and she hears money being poured out in the kitchen counter, just different things she hears and stuff. So she's got some of this also. My brother blew me out of the water. Um, we were talking one time, and he's all like, "Yeah, I saw our uncle. He's just sitting over there. When I ask for questions, what would he do?" And he pops up and he just sits on the top of the truck or something like that. And he just starts talking to me and telling things. I'm like, "Really?" And
Oh,
then he's like,
wow.
"Oh, yeah. Mom comes over and she'll just sit at the table and everything, just sitting there." I'm like, "And you see her like, it's like you and I?" "Oh, yeah." Just like casual talk for him. And so I'm like, "Okay, get a hold of Monica for me." So he's like, "Okay, well," so he gets a hold of Monica. He's looking at Monica and he's having this conversation. We talked for like 20 minutes. He's relaying, he's doing mediumship between Monica and me. And she's crying, I'm crying. He's kind of like, "What's going on?" Kind of like, "Okay, I'm just the middleman."
Mm-hmm.
And later on, I'm like, "Do you know who Monica is?" And he's like, "No." I go, "That was my miscarriage. I miscarried at 6 weeks, and Monica would have been 29 years old this year, this upcoming
Oh, wow.
August." And he's like, "What?" I go, "Yeah, that's your niece." He's like, "I just talked to my niece?" He got all excited, like, "Wow, wow." It's like, "Yeah, that's my daughter. You just spoke to my daughter."
Holy cow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Um, do you see her often or?
I have seen her once, and it was very quick, kind of like they do.
Mhm,
She was about 11, 12-ish when what I saw of her. She had the long brown hair like me,
mhm.
and very pretty girl, very pretty young lady.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. My brother's an
That
artist also, so I'm asking to get like have him draw a picture of her so I could have that image of her.
I would think that that's something that he's not going to forget. I mean, how long ago did
Oh,
he see this? Did this happen?
this was last summer, so it
Oh,
wasn't all that long ago. So
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
sure
that's
he'll remember.
yeah, that's something. I don't want to say traumatic, but something of that magnitude, I wouldn't think would be easily
No,
forgotten. Yeah. Well,
no,
that's cool. I hope he can.
especially knowing that it was his niece. So, yeah,
Yeah. Um. Oh, so little Patty stopped doing her artwork and jumped in the chat. Did you miscarry, or do you think the Greys retrieved her?
ooh, ooh. Um, no, I miscarried. I did get a message from her saying that me and my husband weren't ready to have her yet, so she terminated.
Would she have been your first?
Yes.
I guess. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. So that kind of makes sense. Um.
Yeah. Because she has the will too, Um, and I was very proud of her for, thinking of us and taking her own life
Yeah.
because we weren't ready. So I'm like very proud of to be her mom,
Mm-hmm.
very proud.
Mm-hmm. This is one of the first stories like this that I've heard that um, a miscarriage that turned out this way, that she ended up coming back through to you and explaining it like that, and that's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. That's an
Yeah.
interesting story. Thank you.
Yeah.
um has Dana heard stories about kids saying that they were here before but came back as the rainbow baby?
It I have heard of the rainbow babies. I don't know all that much about that. Um, Before I really met Monica, I wondered if my son, our son, um, was our first miscarriage, was our
Really,
miscarriage. Yeah.
really interesting. Um, I've had this happen one other time here in my studio. I'm smelling something sweet. Um,
What does it
yeah,
smell like?
I don't know. It just smells kind of sweet, and I know my wife's not baking anything. She's doing laundry and or falling asleep on the couch. And if she's awake and watching this, I'm screwed. Um, but no, I all of a sudden just smelled something sweet, and then it's gone now. I don't think it was. No, it wasn't that, but
That's my mom.
yeah, could be. Yeah.
That's my mom. She came through about 2 months. She was a
Hmm.
heavy smoker. Not quite a chain smoker, but a heavy smoker.
Hmm.
And I've never smoked. But I was smelling cigarettes for about 2 months.
Yeah.
It was like all the time. I was smelling cigarettes. And then I had this one breath that burned my throat. It felt like I just took a puff. I don't know. I've never
Hmm.
smoked, but it just burned my throat. And then I
Hmm.
started getting a headache, and I'm like, okay, that's enough. I've had enough.
Hmm.
I don't care if you're around, but you've got to get the cigarettes gone. You have to get that out. Give me a different signal. About a couple hours later, I started smelling waffles with maple syrup.
Oh wow. Wow. And that's funny that you mentioned waffles with maple syrup. Because even last night we were talking about this on the show, about we were at Ray County Museum, and we were in the kitchen, and there was a spirit of an old lady that didn't like men being in there. And we went in there, and the spirit was in there, and we were asking about it, and it was a different spirit. It was the gal that was in there. It was her sister who doesn't like men, and this spirit kicked her out. Her name is Mabel. She was making pies. I believe she might have been making waffles too. That came up. Maple syrup came up. But long story short, this gal was a blast. We were walking through there with Jilly. She's a medium, and she was kind of our translator with the spirit. I just had a great time talking to her. It was just amazing. It's funny that you said that. That's kind of triggered that memory there for me. So that was funny.
Right on.
Um, and now I completely lost my train of thought. So you started talking about food, and I'm like, oh, food? Well,
Oh, he's gone.
yeah,
Squirrel.
squirrel. I'm out.
He's out.
Um,
He's gone.
yeah. You had mentioned something before. Oh, when you were talking about your this car trip that you were on in February, I thought you were going to go into the one that you had the Jesus take the wheel moment.
Yeah.
This is a fascinating story. If you could relive that for us, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I took the name of this off of I can't remember who sings it, but it's off of the song. Jesus Take the Wheel. So
Hmm.
I dropped my son off at school. I'm heading into work, and I get to this intersection with the light, and I'm in the lane to go straight. The light turns red, so I stop. It, Catacornered from me is a gas station. And I started hearing this voice saying, get gas. And I looked down, I'm like, I don't need gas. I can get it after work. And it's like, no, get gas. I'm like, I don't need gas. I can do it after work. Get gas. And we argued. We were sitting there going back and forth. No, I don't need it. And they're like, you need to get gas. And next thing I know, that answer no longer satisfied.
Wow.
My steering wheel started turning on its own. My car took off, and it turned into the turning lane. And that's when I said, okay, I guess we're getting gas. So, um, I pulled off and we got gas. And that particular morning, it was freezing outside. It was sub-zeros that morning. And so I'm getting gas, and it was so cold, the gas came out like plunk, plunk,
Wow.
plunk. It was just so cold. And I'm like looking at my watch. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be late for work. Come on, come on, I gotta go. Da 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 da. So I get my gas and I go into work and I get to the corner. Okay, it's kind of hard. Okay, right here is the building I work in.
Hmm.
Right here was like a little stream, creek, all dried up, but it was like right here. And then there's this street right here that I was going this way to go into work.
Hmm.
Well, I get to this stream here, and sure enough, there was an accident. There was a person being pulled off on a stretcher. I don't know if it was they were covered up or if they were just on there. But I ended up having to go 10 minutes out of my way to get across this fun little section here.
Wow.
Um, I was 10 minutes late for work, but had I not have gotten gas, had they not have moved my car into the turning lane, I would have been
Hmm.
part of that. Whatever happened,
Wow.
I would have been part of it.
And I don't remember last time you were on. I don't remember when it was, but that story has always stuck with me since you first told it to me. And every time I start to leave for work or something, or go someplace, and oh wait, I left my watch inside. Oh wait, my wallet's still inside. I'm always thinking, okay, is this the same thing? And I don't usually see an accident or anything or what, but sometimes I see a cop pulling somebody over.
And that
Um,
could have been you that he was pulling
yeah,
over.
yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, I mean that's one story that out of this whole journey that I'm on, that's one of the a few stories that's really stuck with me, and I really that's a cool story.
Yeah. And that's why I named it Jesus Take the Wheel, because they really did. They really
Yeah,
took the wheel. They took over the driving and everything and put me in that turning lane. Had
somebody,
I
yes,
argued, yeah, it wasn't my time.
yeah, yeah,
It wasn't my time, or I could not have handled what happened that I
right,
would have been involved in.
yeah,
So they were absolutely looking out for me. And yes, they can and will hold things aside like, "Oh, I forgot this," or it,
mm-hmm,
one time I was driving to work and all of a sudden I felt like, "Oh no, I'll take it this direction instead."
mm-hmm,
I did not fight it this time. I went
yeah,
that direction because who knows,
mm-hmm,
I didn't hear anything or anything like that, like you were saying, but I took that direction.
mm-hmm.
So
Like
always go with that gut.
Walter said, interesting story. I have some similar happenings now. I listen to my inner voice, and yeah, I feel the same way. If something tells me, what, turn here instead of going straight, go a different way, I, I don't know what's telling me to do that, but oh yeah, yeah, I'll
Mm.
take this. Maybe I'll see something cool down there or avoid something going the other way. So maybe it's taking me into a Bigfoot. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's always listen to your inner voice, and always listen to your gut too when it's telling you to make some kind of life decision or something, and your gut's telling you no. Well, maybe you shouldn't do it.
Hmm. And there's so
So,
many signs out there that will tell you to do this or do that. There's songs that come up. Songs they've popped up for me a couple times. Like I have
hmm,
this situation in my head and all, and a song will pop up and it goes perfectly with what I would been thinking,
hmm,
and it helps me through it. It's
hmm,
that song. It just replays the one little line, you know how they
Yeah.
do that. So
Yeah.
it just repeats and repeats, but it's enough to make you rethink and put yourself in
Hmm.
line again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, we've kind of talked about your encounters, and we can certainly get back into the encounters if you want to a little later. But I want to get into kind of your show of things that you're incorporating into that. You're doing more classes. You're doing more with spiritual stuff. Kind of talk about that journey for you and how
Yeah,
you got there.
I've been doing the podcast now for almost 3 years, coming up to 3 years in April. And I'm feeling like there's other ways to go. So when I met Shane Smith at work, when I met
Hmm.
him, he's the one that kind of got me, oh, so I'm a medium um, I'm psychic and this is what I do. And kind of where are you at? As soon as he started talking like that, I knew I was a medium and I knew I was a channeler. So that's always been kind of staying with me. So doing the podcast has been so much fun. I still want to do that, but I'm
Hmm.
kind of branching out into my other skills. So I'm doing card readings. So I do oracle card readings. And right now at this time, I am doing free readings. I want to kind of get my skill set up and running some
Hmm.
more. So right now I'm doing free readings, and this kind of moves me into doing classes. So when I first came into this, I started hearing these things like chakras and these things of numbers, angel
Hmm.
numbers or just those symbolisms or clairs or auras and all of this stuff. I was like, what is all of this stuff? You have to
Hmm.
learn this stuff.
Right.
And those are like your basic psychic toolbox. So I'm going to try out. My first class is going to be free. So that's going to be coming up in April.
Hmm.
And we're just going to be talking about those different things. What are those things? There's stones involved, gems. You have your crystals and your selenite and all of this. So where does that all come into
Hmm.
all of this? What is all of that to bring in? So I'll be having a class on that, and then in April, I'm going to be doing. Um, I just got lost there. Squirrel. Where'd he go? um,
See,
so
Mickey, it happens to other people, not just me.
yes, it happens to me a lot. Um, maybe it's my guy back here
Yeah.
taking me on to another realm. Um, but then I'm going to be starting up another class of oracle card readings. So going a little bit further into that with the card readings.
Hmm.
So that's where I'm heading right now.
Interesting. Interesting. And you're still keeping the podcast going the way it is now. Just going to add.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Yep.
Um, here we go. Give her some post-it notes. Okay.
Tie this
That
string around my finger. Yeah,
that's
bring
right.
it on.
That's the joke with me. I don't use my post-it notes like I should be.
I've got my paper. I've got so many notebooks
Yeah, I got
running
yeah.
around with notes here and there.
Yeah, yeah. You think we would never forget anything. I got a stack of post-it notes. I got two notebooks here.
I've
I
got
have
a
been writing things down.
notebook and
Yeah, yeah. Um,
all over.
have you been on any kind of ghost investigations or any kind of Bigfoot investigations or anything?
Oh, I would love to get together with somebody here in northern Colorado to do CE5. Um, I would love to be connecting with Bigfoot. When we go camping, I'm now taking bubbles and peanut butter.
There you go. There you
So
go.
I'm setting out and I'm showing them how to use the bubbles. So I set out the bubbles and a jar of peanut butter for them.
Hmm.
And so nothing yet, but camping's gotten much different now. But anyways, not going there. Um, and then see, squirrel. Um,
You were
from
talking camping and CE5 and ghost hunting.
oh, thank you. So in
We
July,
got to look out for each other, guys.
I know.
Us forgetful squirrel people. We got to look out for each other.
Hey, I've got too many kids running around. I gotta watch out.
And an
Hey,
alien
squirrel.
behind you.
And an alien. I gotta name him. I gotta
There
figure
you
out
go.
a name for him. But in July, I did my first ghost tour, and that was pretty fun. Um, and I did get a couple pictures of an entity in a mirror.
Hmm.
And from what my friend Shane was saying, pictures have like a green, like a light that kind of spreads out, almost like a almost aura like. So it just kind of spreads out, and he's thinking that is an entity. The funny thing is, it was a green light, and nothing else was green in that room. It was a dark room.
Really?
There's no green lights going on except for the EMFs,
Hmm.
and those didn't shine that bright. As you would probably know, you do your investigations, they're not that bright.
No.
But this lit up the whole screen.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would.
Being a medium, I would think it would be really kind of cool. You are kind of a medium, right?
Yeah, I'm working towards it. I
Yeah.
don't necessarily see the people.
Okay.
Um, I see apparitions, but I haven't seen them but once that I can recall.
Hmm.
Um, full fledged in full embodiment.
I mean, keep working on it.
Hmm.
I have yet to see things like that, but walking around a haunted location with a medium is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, like I said, she was an interpreter for the spirit
Right.
between me and the spirit and everything. It's really was very eye opening to me and very interesting. Um, Talking to a medium through that. I just realized I just spit when I said that. Is big old thing of spit
Oh, is
just.
that what I felt?
Sorry. The squirrel did
Ew.
it. The squirrel did it.
Oh, it's the squirrels. All right, you squirrels.
But no, that's really interesting. Walking around a haunted location like that with one, just by me, but it's also really interesting walking around a location like that with a medium. And Mickey in chat here, uh, she's seen the first time I met her, we was at the museum, and we were in a little conference room area, kind of talking, and she walks to the doorway, and she goes, "Oh, she's a spirit walking in the hallway and stuff." And that was her first experience at that place. So that was pretty cool hearing that story too. Um,
Yeah, I did
but
see one. I was standing with my husband and son in the garage, and I was facing towards the outside of the garage, and I did see a man quickly kind of walk by. So you have the garage and you have like a little wall and then the front door. So I saw him like just barely, just like half a step.
mhm,
So that was kind of cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
And your husband and your kids, they don't see any things like that, correct?
Ooh. I was saying before, my son doesn't see a whole lot, but he has more opportunity than my husband. But
Oh.
my husband and had seen something in our backyard. So I got up and I was just looking out, just kind of seeing if I could see anything in the sky,
Hmm.
looking for those UFOs. And So I got my camera out and I'm just like scanning the sky. And then I just, for some reason, scanned my backyard. And I got this entity there. And I'm like looking out, look in my camera, I see something. I look out, there's nothing. So I go calling my husband. I go, you got to get in here and be a witness to this. So he came in, so he got to witness that there was some sort of entity that kept moving back and forth in my screen. He'd go out of the screen, then come back in,
Really?
and just kind of bouncing around. It was pretty cute. He was doing a little dance. And then the next day, I watched that video again, and it didn't look anything like what we saw that previous night. The video looked like a red W moving around.
Really?
Yeah, it was, that was absolutely different. But I drew a picture of what we saw the previous night and
Hmm.
the next time I looked at it. And I said, hey, how close is this to looking like what we saw? He goes, exactly like what we saw. So I drew a quick little sketch. And so he saw that. We went on a walk. We pick up trash all the time. So we do these trash walks. And so we were on one of those and we came to these bushes and at a corner. And I usually wear cargo shorts or pants. That's kind of my thing anymore. But I would have my phone or what in my pocket.
Mm.
Well, this time I didn't have those on. I didn't have any pockets on. And we're walking, and all of a sudden we hear this, hello. And I turn around and go, did you hear that?
Wow.
Normally you don't just say, did you hear that when someone says hello? You turn around and say hello back, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
That was the first thing I said. Did you hear that? And he did a quick glance around 360 there, and there was no cars, no other people, and he heard it come from my direction. I heard it down from my pocket. So now every time we pass by there, I say hello to the fairies that are living in there or whatever the elements are. So
Wow.
I'm like, hello. But he heard it.
Well,
And I go,
yeah.
how did you hear that? What did it sound like? He goes, it was absolutely clear and loud.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Well, you
That's
know, I
pretty cool.
mean, got to be friendly with them. I mean,
Oh,
they
yeah.
need to know your intention and stuff. And if you're friendly to them, hopefully they'll be friendly back to you.
Yeah. Well, I clean
Um,
up their house all the time. So,
we have a possible name for your alien here.
oh, really? Okay,
BJ
guys.
said, how about Eugene? He looks like a
Eugene.
Eugene or a Gene.
Eugene. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Try that
I'll
out.
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Mr.
Interesting.
Eugene, is that your name? Is that your name?
That is the coolest thing.
He is pretty cool.
And a
He is
couple
pretty
times he
cool.
just he's completely gone.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He wants to say hi.
Yeah, not
All right. I'll think about Eugene. Thank you.
Mickey has a ghost at her work that's name is George. So don't name him George.
Okay, not George.
Yeah, George is
Not
kind of
George.
a well, I mean, she's making a case. She truly looks like a Eugene. So,
I kind of feel a Eugene, so it might be a Eugene.
okay.
I'll have to talk to him and see what he wants.
Okay.
He's my man, though.
Yeah.
He's my buddy.
Yeah. That's cool. See, I got these weird kids back here.
I saw your weird kids.
That's my Halloween decorations that I decided to not put up in the attic now.
Oh, so they're just
Yeah.
hanging around now.
And they're makes a neat little prop back there to see. And I got
Yeah.
my skeletons over there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Any other strange odd encounters that you've had?
It's about a week ago. I'm driving to work and there's a housing area, always lit up. It's always lit up.
Mm-hmm.
And I drove by and I'm like, I see these two red eyes. I get the feel they were from two separate beings, but they're bouncing along the, crossing the road like they were just like a fox or a coyote or something like that.
Okay.
And I turned on my brights and there was nothing there. And now I look back and it's like, how did this, what happened here? Because I was not able to see whatever it was that crossed the street and disappeared into the homes. When these street lights and my headlights, I would have been able to see like a mile ahead. There is no way it could have been that dark to where I could not have seen what it was. But all I saw, it was black and two dots of red eyes.
Hmm.
So you tell me, that is near a lake. There is
Okay.
a lake nearby,
Yeah.
and there was some trees, but it was about the height of like a dog.
I
I
mean,
felt like there was two of them, but it could have been one entity.
yeah. I mean, it does sound like a coyote or a fox or whatever. Um, but I mean, hitting the bright lights, you would think that whatever it was, it would have shown up. You would have seen it.
Right, but nothing.
So yeah. And then
There
when you
was
turn your bright lights off, did you still see the red dots,
no,
or were they gone?
they were gone. It was just going across the street and gone.
Hmm.
And when I'm driving through that area, there's no missing lights. Everything's lit up very well.
Mm-hmm.
There is
Wow.
no possible way I could have. It was like all dark when this happened. It was like all dark,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a dark area.
Wow.
So
Well,
that was one of the newest things for me.
something crossed your path, and I mean, luckily it didn't
Mhm.
stop you, or uh, luckily the Jesus take the wheel kept you going.
Yeah. My guardian angels, man. I think
Yeah.
they are working overtime with me with some of the stuff that's happened.
Do you
But
feel that since you started your podcast, that you are more open to things like this? I mean, obviously you've had experiences before starting the podcast, but do you feel that since you've gone on with this for 3 years now, that things are might be opening up for you?
I think they're opening up. Yeah. Working with the people I work with, they're fantastic people, great subscribers. Um, they raise this energy. So yeah, I really feel there's something going on. I'm now starting a journal, a different type of journal. I got a calendar for Christmas. I should have brought it down, but it was cow cow abductions. I can't say that word, but
Cow
anyways,
abductions, okay.
yeah, that's the name of the calendar. So it's really cool. It's got all these UFOs picking up all these cows, and
Uh-huh.
but anyways, I'm using that to kind of do a quick journal. So it's like if anything happens, like seeing the red eyes, I'll mark that down, or if I hear anything, so I can kind of have a quick picture of how often things are happening. And so far this year, I have different things happening. I mean, almost daily.
um do you feel like you have more vivid dreams and things, people coming through in your dreams?
Oh, I dream a lot. I I'm not sure if they're actual vivid dreams, but I dream a lot. There's times I get up 3 times a night to write in my journal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dream a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of odd if I don't dream.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I normally I don't remember my dreams, but occasionally I get something that's so vivid, and it's usually a friend's mom who just passed away, or my parents, or somebody, something really profound that is making me remember these. And it's usually nothing really crazy, silly, weird dreams, but it's usually, somebody like that coming through, or nothing at all that I remember. So I'm just wondering if something is trying to get through to me, and it's, wanting me to remember things, or not like that. So I just curious if that's happening to you as well.
Yeah, there's dreams are messages.
Yeah.
When you go to sleep, your body needs the sleep. Your suit needs the sleep, but your soul never sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get to the dream state or the rapid eye REM, when you get to the REM state, um, your soul leaves and it goes traveling all over. It goes all over.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where your dreams come from. And some of those are just messages that are meant for you to remember.
Yeah.
And that's why you're remembering some and not others. There's
Mm-hmm.
some I'll wake up and it's just like I'll spend half an hour writing it down because there's so much that happened.
Wow.
Other times I'll wake up and I was like, oh, crumb, I know I had a dream.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about? What was it about? So I have to try to recall it. And sometimes I don't get it recalled. And sometimes it's like, okay, well, I know there was a car involved, but that's all I can remember. So, but I know I dream a lot. I've
Yeah.
had some pretty crazy dreams. I've had dreams of an ex-boyfriend. I had 2 dreams with him that he died in my arms. One time he was shot, and the other time he was stabbed, and he died both times in my arms. Um,
Wow.
but that, looking
So,
back again, go ahead.
is he alive or
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. But the message in that was our relationship was ending. It needed
Hmm.
to end,
Okay.
and
So
it
you dreamt
ended.
about him while you were together with him.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
yeah, it was a sign that our relationship was going to end abruptly, and it did. So it was like a prediction kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing. It was warning me.
Yeah.
So when you have dreams about negative things like that, it's not always a negative thing. It's
Right.
something warning you that, okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
we need to work on this, or you know, it's it doesn't. It's not like that's really what's going to happen. It's more of, okay, this relationship's going to end, and we're going to move forth.
So BJ, my dreams are where I get my horror books from. She's an author. My normal dreams are other people's nightmares. Case in point, sounds similar to me carrying my friend's head around in a tote. Yeah.
Are they thinking for you? That's
hopefully,
first thing that came to mind is you're
hopefully it's not
allowing.
my head.
Yeah, first thing that came to me was that the head you're carrying is the one that's doing all your thinking for you. So are you allowing other people to think for you, or are you bringing this using your own mind, using your own spirit, your own inner self? Just curious.
Yeah. BJ, And then Bigfoot Fades has a question. When you dream of people, are they talking with their eyes like telepathically?
I will have to say yes. I will have to say
Talking
yes.
telepathically?
Yeah. I don't
Interesting.
recall at this moment, I don't recall any lips moving.
Hmm.
So yes, I would have to say that.
And you know, now that I think back, I don't remember really seeing lips moving either. But then again, I don't remember. Um,
Squirrel.
Squirrel. um, guys, make sure you go over to Bigfoot Fade's channel. She's redoing it, and she's going to be back with stories and interviews and stuff. So make sure you get back on Bigfoot Fade's channel. Subscribe to that. You saw the open. You saw big BMR's open. Blends of Booze open. She does all kinds of fantastic work. Also, make sure you check out Dana's podcast, Light Talk with Dana. Um, it's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And you have a lot of encounters, some great guests over there. What is there any guest that you've had that really stands out to you that kind of was like, yes, this is why I do this. This is the one person that's, you know, I wanted to talk to, and just makes me so excited that to hear their story.
All of them.
Hmm.
They all have a very special story. They all have input to help others realize that they're not going crazy. They're not, freaking out, that they
Hmm.
are seeing or feeling or hearing or any of those clairs. Um, they're all been very fascinating and very wonderful people.
Hmm.
I had one that took me to a ship, so that was pretty awesome. Um, so I
Took
got
you
to
to a
find,
ship?
yeah, yeah. He he brought me into in the meditative state, and
Okay.
then we took care of my inner child. So he went through year one, clear up to 16, I think it was. So we took care of all of the inner child
Hmm.
relationships right there. And then
Wow.
he took me up into a ship, and I got to talk with four of my star seeds.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. So that was
Interesting.
really pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
What do they look like?
Right. One of them was just energy.
Hmm.
It just like not even a ball. It was just energy. You just saw energy moving.
Hmm.
Next one was um, a mantis was one of
Okay.
them. And then I had a bee for another one. It's really
Really?
sweet.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's really sweet. And then the fourth one, I'm going to feel really bad. It's the memory thing, okay? I'm getting up there in age, okay? It's the memory that goes first, okay?
Amen to that.
So, yeah, yeah, I cannot remember, but I did write some of this stuff down and all. But yeah, I was able to talk with them. They helped me out a little bit, and then yeah, he brought me back.
Awesome. Awesome.
So that was really cool.
Real quick, we got another name. Blinky would be a good name for your alien because he keeps fading in and out.
Blinky's my name, so he can't have that name. Sorry.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. All right. Um, what do you have coming up on your show? Do you have what kind of guests do you have coming up?
So let's see here. I have Rob Goutreau. He is a animal communicative.
Mm-hmm.
He speaks with the animals, and he is a paranormal investigator. So he goes out and does all these investigators. He's also a author of like 6+ books now.
Interesting.
And yeah, he's a really good one. He's been on the show before. I have Susan Reynolds is going to be on the show here pretty soon, and she is into the astrology. So she's going to be talking about a lot of the teachings of the astrology and what it stands for and what it can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Kelly S. Jones. I got to look at notes because, you know, the squirrel thing goes on.
Right there with you.
Oh man, it's so bad, and I feel so bad because I don't remember, and that's why
Yeah.
I don't say names on there because I'm gonna mess up people's names, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't even go there anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's really good. She's gonna be on there, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this moment. So again, if anybody has stories, you know,
Mm-hmm. What's your email
come my
address?
way. lighttalk423@gmail.com.
Okay. If you have any experiences, make sure you email Dana or go to her website. And
Yeah.
I have to tell you that a couple other interviews that I've had, a certain phrase or something happened. Somebody mentioned the thing on the side of the road. That ended up being one of my first short stories. I've had a couple since then. And when you mention red eyes crossing the road, that is somehow going to be incorporated into a story that I'm going to write coming up, because that, for some reason, that just stuck with me. Red eyes crossing the road. That's going to be part of a story coming up. So
Yeah, it was nothing
yes,
like an animal because
right.
normally animals have like that light bouncing off and it has like a different look to it.
Mm-hmm.
This was
Mm-hmm.
just like you would see like in your pre-show there,
Mm-hmm.
like the red eyes in that. It was red,
Wow. Wow.
which is different than any of the animals I've seen. Because
Mm-hmm.
I've seen lots of animals crossing the roads in front of me. But yeah,
Yeah, especially out there, I would assume. Yeah.
yeah, I
Awesome.
get everything. Deer,
Yeah.
fox.
But no Bigfoot yet.
Birds.
No Bigfoot yet.
No Bigfoot yet. No Bigfoot. If anybody knows how to do that, I might have to see if I can get my courage up and go
It's got to
do
be
a
in the right place at the
Bigfoot
right
hunt.
time, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm never in the right place. So
I will be. I
yes.
will be having
Yes.
an experience. Actually, I may have had an experience with them right here in my house, at my house
Really?
in the city. Yes. Sitting outside one time at night and summertime. I live in a cul-de-sac, so it's like the house that's across from me and in front of theirs because their house faces the other road. So in front of their house, I was hearing some weird sounds I've never heard before. It wasn't no animal I know of.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. I came inside. I'm done.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so I think it's that. And then my neighbor was talking to me about some other things that's happened in that same spot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of making me wonder if there might be a portal that's going on right there. That
Interesting.
we
Could
have a
be.
portal that's in front of that house. So
Could
I have
be.
to
Very
do some more
interesting.
investigations. Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, what are your views on the whole Bigfoot portal phenomena. What are you what are your thoughts on that? Are they
I think
physical?
they
Are they
could do,
spiritual?
I think they're all the above. I think they're able to travel through portals. I think they're able to show themselves when they want. I
Hmm.
think that they are only showing themselves to people that they feel comfortable with. Um, or if they are being threatened by somebody, I
Hmm.
think that they will
Hmm.
retaliate.
Like little Patty just mentioned, they will show up when they want you to see them.
Hmm.
Um, and I think they know a hell of a lot more about us than we know about them.
Oh, yeah.
They're constantly watching us. I mean, yeah, I mean they're out there for sure.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
I don't think they're just in the mountains, I don't think they're just in the hills. If I heard it here in the city, they're
mhm,
everywhere. And I, like you say, they'll show up when they
mhm.
feel like it.
Yeah, well, there's
Yeah.
been a dog man reported sighting down by the Arch downtown St. Louis here. So, I mean, it's a pretty populated area right there. So, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of wooded area down there. But the area that it was seen at is wooded. And it could have come in and out of a portal to get there. So,
Yeah.
you know,
And
yeah.
if there's water nearby, because isn't there like a river or
It's the
something
Mississippi
like
right
that?
there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have the water, you have the trees right
Mm-hmm.
there. The water is the energy that's going to
Mm-hmm.
um, bring it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what this was. I had another weird experience going to work that I passed by two lakes, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
a single road going by the two lakes. And I had this bird that came up from underneath my car with wings fully spread.
Wow.
And I didn't see any birds in the road in front of me at all. But it just came out from underneath, wings fully spread, not flapping, but came up and over my hood and up over my window, covered my window. And that was it. I mean, I saw like the belly of it. I don't remember seeing legs on it, like a bird would have legs tucked up.
Thunderbird.
Um, Maybe
Yeah.
something, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It did have like a hawk stomach. It did have like a white stomach with the brown dots on it.
Interesting.
But I don't know. Supposedly we have birds with huge wingspans like that around here, but
Well,
that was so freaky that it came up with the wings out.
I've heard a few reports of people seeing pterodactyl like birds flying around. So, I mean, could be
Don't know.
something like that too. Yeah. I mean
Yeah.
that seems awfully big, but yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows what weird things are out there? I mean, that's why we're doing this to find the answers. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, Dana, this has been a fantastic show. I appreciate you coming in. I pretty much asked you a couple days ago on short notice here to come on in. So I appreciate you coming on and joining us tonight and spending your Wednesday night with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I had a great time. Thank you.
Yes, and everybody in chat enjoyed it. Guys, make sure you
Yeah.
head on
Thank you,
over
everyone.
to her YouTube channel, Light Talk with Dana. I know a few of them said they just subscribed, so there you
Well,
go.
thank you. I
Thank you guys,
appreciate that.
appreciate you. And real quick, I want to thank Larry Sharp for the 13 months of membership. Appreciate you very much.
Hey.
And Bigfoot Fades, appreciate you for the $5 and that wonderful open that we saw before the show. So thank you very much for that. So guys, have a great rest of your evening. And remember as well to say a little prayer for our buddy Krista. She's going through some tough tough stuff right now. So just keep her in your thoughts and prayers and everything. So everybody have a great night. Let me get this to the right place. Everybody have a great night. Dana, again, thank you so much for being with us. Guys, head on over and check her out. And then we will see you. We'll see you back here on next Tuesday. Like you said, Dana, I have no idea who's coming on. I know somebody's coming on, but I cannot remember that. So I got a good guess coming on Tuesday. Right. Guys, see ya. Have a great night. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate you.